Transfer season is officially underway, and we're hearing a ton of talk from the biggest teams, the biggest clubs in the world and in Europe. Guys, it's easy to remember some of the biggest and best transfers, but today we're going to be finding the worst of all time. Each of us is going to get 3 picks to draft the worst, most flopping transfer team of all time. Then we're going to pick at the end who had the best/worst draft. Make sure you guys leave a comment below who you think is the worst transfer of all time and which one of us was best at picking that worst team.
Oh, joy.
Eamon, I'll give you the first overall pick. Worst transfer of all time goes to...
Yeah, Alexissanchez to United. Terrible signing.
That's your worst of all time?
That's...
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, like he flopped, bro.
Yeah, he totally did.
Like, like no motion.
No motion.
Nah, bro. He was washed at that point. He was
Really?
washed. Yeah, he was washed.
To be honest, any player that goes to Manchester United
Yeah,
is a
terrible
failed.
signing.
Is a failed.
Yeah. Fair play. All right, that's his pick.
All right. Alexis' first overall pick. Tom, your second.
Joao Felix to Atletico Madrid.
Really?
Yeah. Because that genuinely ruined his career. That genuinely ruined his career while he was still a teenager. Like, do you know how mad that is? Like, how can you look at Joao Felix like this techie playmaker who can do so many fun things? Like, he's a maverick with the ball, bro. How can you look at that and be like, you know who he needs to play for? Diego Simeone. That is the
He needs to learn how to park the bus, buddy.
Yes, exactly. No,
but with all that, he was still doing good, bro.
No, it was rubbish.
I forgot the goal he scored against Juve.
Okay.
The little celebration.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
he
bro.
scored a goal.
Nah, like he was cooking.
Yeah, he cooked everything.
Like, yo, bro, he was megging people and doing all that in Diego Simeone.
Bro,
like,
here's the
that's
whole
how.
thing, though. Here's the thing, though. He should have been the best player in the world.
No, he should have. No, you could say he could have been way better, but it's not failed. Like, he still did his thing, bro.
It's failure. It's
All
a
right.
massive failure.
I'm up next, and for my first overall pick, I'm taking Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona.
So I was going to say that, except I think the opposite effect is true. It helped Liverpool just entirely rebuild. So I can't be like, do you know what I mean? I can't be like,
He gave you a lot of
that
money.
sucks.
He
Yeah,
gave you a lot of money.
I gotta be like, thanks for the cash.
From a
lad.
Barcelona perspective, they paid $145 million for him, and he was terrible.
Absolutely gift wrapped.
I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't
trophies
terrible.
for
He
Liverpool.
wasn't terrible, but he just didn't do well.
He wasn't good enough.
I
enough.
mean, he just couldn't handle the
Like
bright lights.
he had
and
like a
whatever it
couple
was.
good games, bro.
Okay, so here's the thing though. How many players are actually worth 145 million?
Very few.
I mean, nowadays, I'll be honest.
It'll just be like Yamal.
Nah, he's like 250 plus, bro. Watch out. Yeah, bro. He's that good.
When Yamal
But
goes to
I'm talking about
Saudi.
like everybody. Nah, any team, bro. Any team would die to have Yamal.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's like, imagine, right? Someone tells you, imagine Messi for real, right? In this day, how much would he be worth?
Still,
Messi prime?
Yeah, prime.
No, he's
you
priceless.
couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't. You
couldn't put a
literally
number
could
on
not
it.
get him.
300, 400.
You couldn't put a
No, you
number
could
on
not
it.
get him.
You could, but you still won't get him. I'm
You
just
still
saying.
won't. Yeah,
you
you
won't.
still won't. Yeah,
you
you
won't
won't.
anyway. But that's Yamal, bro.
Eamon, your second overall pick is.
Yeah, Hazard to Real Madrid.
Dude,
Yeah,
you took
I
my
know.
bag.
And I just feel like he's just unlucky. You know, he came to Real Madrid first of all too overweight. You know what I'm saying? I remember that time when
He got a
he
little
came.
chunky, bro.
He got a little chunky.
He got like, and come on, you're going to Madrid. Like, I know Hazard is the type of guy is like, yo, I'm gonna play football for you. But when it's time for my summertime, I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
Which I respect, but not when you're about to go to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You know, that's a whole
Yeah.
different ball game.
The reason I didn't pick it, 2 things. One, I met him. He's a very nice guy. I could never do
Okay, he's your friend. You're like Raheem, who's sometimes here, who's like friends with everyone, so he can never be mean.
Can't be mean. But 2, actually, is that a lot of it did not go right because of the injuries. And for that reason, I feel like I can't put it so high up there. Just because he was unlucky.
He was unlucky.
You
know?
look so emotional when you're saying that.
I think it's emotional for anybody because, bro, like we didn't get to enjoy enough.
Tom, your second overall pick.
Kepa to Chelsea.
Oh, sassy
Kepa
man
to Chelsea.
apocalypse.
Kepa-
Sassy man apocalypse.
Kepa to Chelsea, bro. Like, I know they lost Courtois at the last minute,
Yeah.
right? Which is why they did it. But Jesus Christ, what a failure of scouting. To bring in him and then just still have him on their books and just be loaning him out here, there, and everywhere. Terrible. Lot of money. Money is no object to Chelsea. Let's point that out. So it doesn't look that bad than say if Liverpool had spent that much. But that's still a massive miss when they really needed a goalie. And they haven't really figured it out since then, have they?
No, and him refusing to come off the pitch that one time. It was Sarri was managing
Oh
him,
my
right?
God, that was so
when he was like
funny.
eating a cigarette on the sideline. He's like, "Come on!" And he just wouldn't. Yeah, that was
Love it.
awesome.
Okay.
Okay, I am picking Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. He's at 85. They paid like $85 million for him, which is just an absurd amount of money. And they're trying to pay people to get rid of him now. It is to the point where they're like, please, someone take him. Please, someone take him. Please, someone take him. It's like a classic Man United curse where everybody goes there. Alexis Sanchez, Benteke, whoever, they go there and get or Lukaku, not Benteke. They go there and they get smashed and they fall off a cliff. Yeah, Jadon Sancho. What happened, man?
You know what's crazy? I don't know. Like, it just came to my head, bro. When is the last time United made a good signing?
That's a really good question.
Let us know in the comments.
yeah. Let us know in the comments the last time Manchester United.
I'm trying to
made a good
think though. I'm trying to think like legit.
Everybody has gone there and flopped.
Like they had no successful signings.
Not as of the last 5 years. No.
I need to know like how much money
Did
they
Amad
lost.
Diallo
in the
come out
last...
the academy?
No, not good enough. I'm talking about like a
real star that's like, wow,
Yeah.
I wish that I had
There
him.
are a couple that I think still could be good. Like I think Lenny Euro could still be a good signing.
Bruno.
Yeah,
is not
probably
bad.
Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno. All right,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still 7 years.
Yeah, which is like, sucks,
But like a
man.
world class signing, you know, like you said, Van Persie. Like I'm not gonna. That's probably their last one.
Dude, that was 12 years ago as well.
Yeah.
Damn, we're old.
Like I'm talking about, they don't have a star, bro.
Welcome to the junction.
Last round, our third picks here. Amen. Who you got?
I'll give Renato Sanchez to Bayern.
He was supposed to be the
Dude.
best player in the world.
Well, he won the Golden Boy. Like he was.
They won the Euros, right? With him on the squad.
He was going up. Like I'm talking about the man be moving. Like he's like you see how Vitina is right now.
Yeah.
He was just basically him with more machine. No, that's how
Yeah.
good he was. I don't know, like, and not everybody can adapt. You gotta understand, for these players, you could be so good here, but you'll be so bad here. And we saw that in 1 year. Like we saw Anthony in Manchester United for half a season in Manchester United and half a season at
Betis.
And then we saw completely two different players. And that's what I think. Like not everybody can play in certain environments.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do really feel for Renato Sanchez because I think he could still be like unbelievable. But like, I know, man, he had his moment when he was young, and yeah, you're right, he moved too early. He could have stayed for a year or two at Benfica, I think, and then maybe seen his career go a different way. But nah, it's hard to argue.
Tom, who's your pick?
Modric to Chelsea. I've on Chelsea twice.
I'm not gonna lie.
Signed for $100 million. Got banned for steroids.
Here's my thing, right? I think Modric, he could still be a good footballer, but the funniest thing about this is that he wanted to go to Arsenal. he was retweeting memes of him behind bars with people, with like Mikel Arteta being like, "Come to North London, my friend." That's how badly he wanted to be an Arsenal player.
Oh my
which
God.
number one makes it really funny, that he went to Chelsea, and number two makes him one of the worst signings ever because Chelsea didn't really want him. Do you know what? Chelsea kind of have a thing recently of just like nicking players from people. Have you noticed that? They did the same with Romeo Lavia in Liverpool. They're just like, yeah, we don't need him, but we'll have him.
To take it, make sure that you can't take him.
And it's hilarious that they did that with Modric.
I think he just, because he's so good, he just went too early. Because he is as fast as Mbappe.
He's your kind of player, isn't he?
Yeah,
Modric?
bro. He's fast, bro.
Yeah.
Like you gotta understand, in this,
He's the type of guy.
It's hard.
He's gonna move to France or whatever after his stint at Chelsea's over, and he can play again after doing all the steroids. And he's gonna take over. My last pick of the draft, and then we'll pick whose team is the worst. I'm doing this pick as just a reflection of a certain type of signing that I think is sad, and it's gonna be Calvin Phillips to Man City. He's played like 16 times since he joined the club. He only costs $50 million, which in the grand scheme of Coutinho's 145 or whatever seems like a deal.
Yeah.
But I feel like we see this a lot where players who star for smaller clubs get signed up by bigger teams where they know they don't really have a spot in the starting lineup. They go and then their career just ends. They were like chasing that little maybe chance that they could break into one of the best teams in the world. They don't get it, and then you never hear about them again.
Okay, so disagree for two reasons. Number one, 50 million is nothing to Manchester City.
Yes.
It is absolutely nothing. That is pennies to them. So that doesn't matter. And also, he's won, 2 Premier League?
Yeah, but he himself has been sitting like this for all of the games in which
he was loaned out.
But yo, you got to think about it like this, though, right?
But that's the thing. He hasn't found successful.
You got to think about it, right? Like the way Man City approached it, like when they're about to sign a player, they're not gonna be like, yo, you're gonna sit on the bench, and they'll be like, yo.
Oh, you have to tell him, and that's what I think makes it sad.
Yeah, and then think about it, bro. Pep, look how many stars in that team that are sitting outside. Mahrez was world class.
Yeah,
he was coming off the bench.
Dude, I feel like Calvin Phillips just like, yeah, it was a bad signing, but I don't think it's as catastrophic because it's all like relative to how much money you can spend.
No, I don't think it's as terrible a signing for City as these other ones for these other clubs. I think for him personally, it's sad. All right, everybody go over your teams again. Eamon, who are the 3 that you got?
I got Alexis Sanchez to United. I got Hazard to Real Madrid, and I got Renato Sanchez to Bayern Munich.
Tom, your 3.
So I had Joao Felix to Atletico Madrid. I had Kepa to Chelsea and Mudryk to Chelsea. I'm smoking on that Chelsea pack.
All right, and then I had Coutinho to Barcelona, Jadon Sancho to Manchester United, and Calvin Phillips to City. Who has the worst team of flops out of the 3 of us?
I don't think yours are that bad. I think they're bad. I don't think they're that bad. I think I picked the team.
Nah, I think
I am the worst sporting director in this room. Easily, quite comfortably.
Nah,
Arsenal might have a job for you, Tom. All right,
I'm allowed to vote for myself.
Kepa, sassy man apocalypse, and he was funny.
Mind you, Kepa did some.
You know, he was alright. But he was alright.
Name one Kepa save.
I'm like
Hazard was really.
My team is complete failures.
Hazard was really bad. Hazard fell off a cliff. Renato Sanchez fell off a cliff. Alexis Sanchez fell off a cliff.
It might be me, man.
Hey, but you have drafted the worst team of
How does this, man?
I make terrible decisions. That's what I do.